Hello YouTube, this is Yuki Troll here. It's our first video, and the first video that we're going to be doing is Troll Deck called Convulsion of Nature. Now note, this can only be used on Dueling Network. It does not work because the reason this only works on Dueling Network is because Dueling Network does not have a function for this. Convulsion of Nature says that as long as this card remains face up on the field, both players must turn their respective decks upside down and continue the current duel. That means, since there is no function for it on Dueling Network, you literally have to banish face up your entire deck. And then the rest of the deck consists of stall and shuffling. And when you shuffle, you have to put it back in the deck zone, shuffle it, then banish it. Now note, this entire thing can take up a minute apiece, and you can do it about 6 times a turn. Now, let's start with it. A cat of Omen searches for traps. It's a target for other things. Targets my only trap, Threatening Roar, and if it doesn't have a target, and I've used all two of my Threatening Roars already, it's a target for Armageddon Knight or Foolish Burial, both of which end up having to shuffle the deck. That means putting it back in the deck zone, once again, putting it back in the deck zone, shuffling, and then banishing it all again. Deep Sea Diva, it targets a monster, special summons it, has to shuffle the deck, put it back in the deck zone, shuffle, banish it. Diamond Dude, you know what it does. Diamond Dude, what's Diamond Dude? Then we'll start with our hero lineup. That was part of the hero lineup. Here's Elemental Hero Neos, Alias. It's just a target for Stratos. And E, Emergency Call. It causes the deck to be shuffled, and that takes major time. Gishki Diviner. Once per turn, you can declare one card name, reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's the declared card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, return it to the top of the deck. You always know what it is if Convulsion of Nature is on the field. So you get a card, one card free turn if it's on the field, and it causes the decks to be shuffled if you call wrong. So you want to call wrong on purpose if you want the deck shuffled. Then there's Spirit Reaper. It is an Armageddon Knight's target, and it's stall. Archfiend's Oath, slight cost, but it's always good because if you have Convulsion on the field, it helps. Yeah, it causes the deck to shuffle. That's another purpose of Gishki Diviner. And Diamond Dude, it helps search out Convulsion of Nature because it doesn't always pop out in your first hand, so it's always good. The Emergency Call searches for your heroes, elemental heroes. Foolish Burial shuffles the deck. You have plenty of targets. Gold Sark shuffles, gets a card back to your hand, and if it's a little slow, you can always just grab Convulsion of Nature. If you don't have it yet, One Day of Peace, stall. Pot of Benevolence causes the deck to shuffle and recycles some cards, such as your Threatening Roar and your Dark Targets. Then there's Duality. Reveal the top 3 cards. Causes the deck to be shuffled and you get a card to your hand. You always know what you want by the time it's done. And then that concludes it, but the deck only works on Dueling Network once again. It's all about Convulsion of Nature being on the field and you shuffling your deck. I have literally gone 2 hours with this deck. With one duel, causes 2 hours, because you could spend 45 minutes on one of your turns. And because you always have this card, little awesome card, One Day Apiece, or a Threatening Roar, they can't touch you. They cannot touch you. It's great. And because Threatening Roar is chainable, and One Day Apiece can be used on is a spell card that you can use in your turn and lasts until your next turn. It's always really good. And most of the cards in this deck are compatible with Diamond Dude. Cards that are not are Archfiend's Oath and Convulsion of Nature. But overall, this deck is like the biggest troll face on Dueling Network as far as I'm concerned. It is really funny, and I'm just hoping that you all don't overlook this really awesomely respectable card, Convulsion of Nature. Gotta love it. Bye, YouTube.